from women.
Hei, mutta nythän meillä on iso angle.
Trump was watching Kamala Harris's live reacted to Kamala Harris's fake news conference.
Go
All
femboys
lies, she's
äkkiä,
desperate,
Kasper.
but more
No, vittu
importantly,
femboita.
she looks totally exhausted. She should rest now and leave the campaigning to me.
Insert your security key into the
Mäkin voi mennä
USB port.
femboista äkkiä.
He's lost the sauce. Okay,
Mulla
he's
ei
like,
ole
"Come on,
vittu
don't
security
campaign
key.
anymore.
Mitä?
No more.
Haloo?
No more campaigning. Come on, Kambala.
Stop
Stop
Se on aina
with the
hyvä kysyä, että
campaigning.
tuleeko joku pelaajasta. Onkohan
Don't
mulla
do
dodge
it.
timer?
Don't campaign. You no longer need to. All right, give up. It would be quite nice if you gave up.
5 vai puoli tuntia.
5 minuuttia ja Rifti Soramis 15 minuuttia.
It's not even a bad
Halutaanko me
statement
mennä
from Trump. Lots of
jollain
women don't support
huikealla
abortion. You're just
käyttäjällä
uniquely an
flexiin
awful
vai?
person to deliver it, Lamau.
No mulla ei oikein oo mitään huikeet flexikäyttää.
Mä en ainakaan kelannut tulla ihan mun meinillä. Tai Eune meinillä.
Like,
Mulla on ihana
it's so
bronssikaakku.
funny to be like,
Tuntuu, että joku saattaa pahoittaa
strong
mielensä siinä kohtaa.
message our strong
Joo.
closing argument in this
Vai mennäänkö
fucking
me
campaign cycle
niin
that started
sanottuihin
years ago.
hauskoihin?
Okei, mä rakastan sitä, että mulla on striimi päällä minuutin ja mä ehtinyt doksaa mun
because
puhelinnumeroa.
of fears that he was going to get prosecuted.
Vittu, mä oon tyhmä!
You know, much longer than like normal campaigns as a consequence of Trump
Tuu vaikka varjo
starting
salamurhaa.
early.
Tätä äijää kyllä vedetään niin vittu
Now coming to a close
käsitte.
with the last message being
Katsotaan
we're
mikä varjo
suing
salamurhaa
CBS for
on.
$10
Mulla
billion
Mulla on katsoja.
because
Mun
they
striimillä on by the way
edited Kamala Harris.
katsoja.
Okei, Chase on.
Eikö se laske itse sun
A
katsojaksi?
thing that every outlet
Miten
has
mulla
done
on
for Donald
striimi?
Trump
Oh,
over and
mä
over
laitan-
again.
mä laitan-
We're also
En siis tiedä, mutta...
saying
En
that
mäkään.
Kamala Harris
Mun on kyllä
yawned.
pakko mennä vittu Sonyaa katoi Keinon
So
noin
she's-
horni muhun.
Okei, tää
Keino on vähän
striimi...
rasittu.
Tää striimi latency ei muuten oo ees paha. Tää on legit vaan
And
joku...
maybe we could just get a come on, please forfeit
Se on
and let us win
loppuvalta.
as a last Hail Mary, last
Vendas.
second Hail Mary.
Tälleen.
Great stuff overall.
Whether it be how he has actually.
The cope from both sides is an all-time high low. I don't think
Oha,
it's
hups,
cope
laitan
on the
vahingossa.
like. I think that there are a lot of
Joo,
Democrats.
joo,
who like
joo,
care
joo.
about-
Eliasta, mitä mun supportti tekee mun
I would say
allolle?
most Democrats are worried.
Onks
Most
tää
Democrats
kosto niistä
who
mun
voted for
jumlapeleistä?
Kamala Harris, who are excited to vote for Kamala Harris, who want other people to vote for Kamala Harris,
Mä en
are
vittu tiedä mikä
legitimately
siinä on.
worried about
Viltsu
the
ottaa mun
prospect
kanonen ja sit
of this election.
samassa pelissä Miika tulee ottaa mun kanonit.
Ei mä vaan tuli rehdisti pöllissä sentä.
No se oli kyllä ihan rehti pölliminen joo.
Just mitä? Bittinopeus on liian matala. Suosittelemme käyttämään nopeutta 6800 kilobittiä
Created a
sekunnissa.
situation in America where now 1 in 3 women lives in a.
30% of women do not support
Kyllä
legal
rehdisti
abortion. That is
ottaa sun
objectively a
suuren
lot of women.
Huomaa.
So how do I do this then?
That is objectively not a lot of women.
Okay.
Okay.
Skitsofreenikko, joo, tapataan se.
Sillä on flashi.
Like, what are you saying?
Oh.
2623 kilobittiä, eli pitäisi varmaan muuttaa tää.
You have described a minority.
Keinon täällä.
Joo. Ei, sori.
Varo. Se tulee täältä mun
Video bitrate.
I never said no women support abortion. Or I mean, no women are pro-life to a degree where they like would actively vote against a candidate. Actively vote against a fucking candidate that is like saying they want to restore Roe v. Wade. There are plenty of women in the pro-life movement. It's just not. There's not a lot of people in the pro-life movement in general in comparison to the pro-choice movement. There are a lot of people who are pro-life and still don't think that the government should interfere in the affairs. For example.
Mä koitan niinku miettiä, ei mua haittaa, että se Twitchi näkyy, mutta mä halusin, että se olisi muuttunut.
Bro just says 60 million women isn't a lot of women. Yes, because 70%
Window
of
capture,
women are in favor of defending Roe v. Wade. 70% of all people are in favor of defending Roe v. Wade. 75% as a matter of fact. Even larger
Sitten
than
kuulet meidänkin äänet. Muuttajat vaan se vetostreami.
Joo.
No niin, se riittää.
There is, I mean, we ran through this yesterday.
Kuuluuko teidän ääni tässä?
We ran through
Silleen,
this
kun te
yesterday
puhutte.
where I talked to Alabama
Koska mulla on streamer-modi päällä. Mulla on
Alabamians who
streamer-modi
were like, well, my
päällä.
coworkers are fucking so anti-abortion, I think you're wrong. And I was like, nope. There's not a state in this fucking nation from sea to shining sea where anti-abortion, like abortion restrictions, are reaching majority support. Not a single one. Hassan, I'd be arguing with chatters why 70% is larger than 30%. What the fuck is this timeline? I know.
Siis mä voin tulla Femmastakkeen heti kun mä selvitän tän jutun. Kyllä mä tiedän ihan faktaksi, että tää on mahdollista. No sitten tätä alueen 5.
Joo, okei, ainakin valas mun päälle tässä näin. Kuulen kohta olla mun poika.
Malsaaraan syön botsaidun.
Eikä vaihtaa mun internetsiä, niin ihan...
I don't know where Hassan went, but Trafalgar Law spitting facts. Thank you for calling me correctly by my name.
Trump abortion ban state and has legal restrictions on the right she rightly should have to make decisions about her own body. The other point we'll refer to about in the last many hours
game capture ja vittu
the speakers
desktop capture eri asia.
About the Affordable Care Act.
Game capture is not assigned to any audio tracks and will not be audible in streams or recordings.
Varmaan mennään Kasper normal drafteiset.
Advanced audio.
Affordable Care Act or not.
Audio
It has been
property.
part of
Joo,
Donald
tää.
Trump's agenda for a very long time. He has made dozens of attempts. Care Act. And now we have further validation of that agenda from his supporter, the Speaker of the House. And what that would mean to the American people
Kuuluuks tää
is
edelleen
that insurance companies could go back to a time when they would deny you coverage for health insurance based on pre-existing conditions. Pre-existing conditions such as you being a survivor of breast cancer, asthma, diabetes. And what I know is that the American people, regardless of who they're voting for, know the importance of the Affordable Care Act, as it is also called Obamacare, in terms of expanding people's coverage to health care, based on a fundamental principle that I hold deeply. Access to health care should be a right, and not just a privilege to those who can afford it. So there's still a lot of work to do, but each day there are also indications that we are receiving from my opponent that verify, validate, and reinforce the fact that one, he is not fighting for women's rights. He does not prioritize the freedom of women and the intelligence of women to make decisions about their own lives and bodies. And healthcare for all Americans is on the line in this legislation. I'll take questions.
Oh yeah, you know, since the beginning stages of your campaign, you've described yourself as an underdog. That language is gone from your speech now. Has something changed in how you're...
No, listen, I'm putting it all on the field. And it's going to be a very tight race. And I'm running like the underdog, because we are. Donald Trump's been running for the last decade.
No siis mä voin vaan laittaa mun mikki.
And the stakes are so high. But I've been saying for quite some time, regardless of what the polls say, we are going to win. I do believe that. Because I do believe that this is a choice about two very different directions for our country. And the choice being offered by Donald Trump is about going backward, about a constant emphasis on degrading the American people and our capacity, versus a track that is about bringing the country together, knowing we have more in common than what separates us, and we should have a plan, which I do, to actually get things done, including bringing down the cost of living for people, investing in our small businesses, expanding access to health care, investing in American industries, including the future of American industries and American workers. So, there you go.
Well,
see, you talked about what the
Mä koitan selvittää tätä joskus